What's up, everybody? My name is George, and today we are going to be ranking every single Treyarch Zombies map from worst to best. Now, let me lay down some ground rules before we get into this. Treyarch Zombies, that lasts from World at War, you got all four of the Black Opses, and then you are at Cold War now. I will be ranking the two new Cold War maps, D Machine and Firebase Z. I will not be ranking Outbreak, I will not be ranking any of the Onslaught maps, Dead Ops Arcade, Turn, Grief, Bus Depot, Town, Cafe, any of those, they're all going to be considered one map in transit. I will not be ranking any of the remasters like the Giant, any of the Black Ops 3 remakes, any of the Black Ops 1 remakes. Anyway, in total, there are 31 Zombies maps. They're all going to be ranked on how likely I am going to be to replay them, how likely I'm going to be to actually enjoy playing them, how the community actually thinks of these maps. It's just going to be all mixed together in one. Obviously, I haven't played some Zombies maps as much as others. I dove a little bit into Mob of the Dead, liked what I played with there. I dove a little bit into Call of the Dead, liked what I played with there. But I haven't played too much where I'm like the biggest fanboy about them. So anyway, let's get right into the list. Number 31, Voyager Despair. Why does this map exist? I mean, it has a great premise about being on a Titanic and then all of a sudden zombies overrun the Titanic. It is such a good premise. But in reality, it's just not fun to play. You got very tight corridors. You got Wonder Weapon, which is pretty underwhelming. You got the stupid Black Ops 4 engine, which ruins pack-a-punching any weapon whatsoever besides the Wonder Weapons. You got way too many boss zombies. You got a stupid Easter egg, which requires you at some point to shoot moons out of the sky. Like, it's just not fun. The only redeeming factor I find about this is the final boss fight on this map. It is so much fun, but not a lot of people have lasted playing 5 rounds of this game because it's so bad to the point where they get to the Easter egg in that time. Anyway, that is why it's at the bottom of the bottom. 30. Dierise. Dierise sucks. It sucks almost as much as Voyager Despair, except for a couple of things. One, it's on the Black Ops 2 engine, which means it actually has Juggernaut. And two, it has the jumping jacks, which give you free perks. And three, it has the Sliquifier, which is probably considered one of the best Wonder weapons ever made. But in general, when it comes to playing Die Rise, verticality is going to kill you way too much. The jumping jacks can be a pain in the ass if you don't get the free perk from them. The zombies are insane on this when it comes to spawns. Everything seems just as tight as it is in Voyage of Despair, and the Sliquifier can actually kill you by accidentally slipping you off the ledge. Oh yeah, and Who's Who? I already established this is the worst perk ever made. So do not touch this map with a 10-foot pole unless you're like Johnny J. In that case, please seek mental health. Number 29, Transit. Transit is not fun. The only redeeming factors about Transit are the fact that Town was a part of Transit. You played Town by itself, it was very fun. But other than that, it's not fun at all. I mean, turning on power is a bitch. You have to find 3 parts in order to turn on power. And in that case, why the hell do you need a severed hand to turn on the power switch? The Avogadro was not fun following you all over the place, shocking you and all that. I mean, it was easy to kill, but it was still pretty annoying. Denizens were a pain in the ass. I hated how you basically needed the bus in order to travel around the map. Pack-a-Punch. Some people didn't even know Pack-a-Punch was a part of this. I mean, like, you had to do all these stupid steps. You had to pray to God that it actually worked, and then at the end, you had to just throw a couple grenades at a bank vault and build Pack-a-Punch. Who has to build Pack-a-Punch? Anyway, that's why it's at number 29. Number 28, Nuketown. Nuketown is honestly not a bad idea. I mean, turning one of the most beloved multiplayer maps into a zombies map is not a bad idea. But the way they executed the perk system is horrible. I mean, every 5 rounds you would get a new perk spawned in. I mean, you can get until round 20 before you get Juggernog. You can get until like round 20 before you get Pack-a-Punch. You're not going to be able to last that long without either of those two. I mean, sure, you could get lucky and get Juggernog in round 5 when you basically need it, and then probably it's all luck based. I don't like how the game is basically saying, "Oh, you want to survive that long? Here's some luck. Here's your luck. Bam. Oh, you got speed cola. Oh, you got double tap instead. Oh, you don't get juggernaut until round 15 or 20. It's just not fun to play a map where it's basically the fate of your survival is based on the map giving you luck, whereas it's not based on your skill. That's why it's at number 28. 27, Blood of the Dead. Oh my god, this map could have been so good, but they just didn't put enough love into it, and they decided to throw in a whole bunch of stupid crap in there as well. You have items like the Vitrolic Withering, the Golden Spork, and the Hell's Redeemer. These were some of the most beloved parts of Mob of the Dead, and you decide to butcher the steps in order to get these things. I mean, getting the Hell's Retriever, not bad at all. You do the same basic dog feeding steps, and then you have to go into the underpath in order to claim the Hell's Redeemer. I mean, that's not bad at all. Hell's Retriever. The Hell's Redeemer, though, I have never gotten because it's so stupid. Vitrolic Withering got absolutely nerfed in this game. Why would you nerf one of the most beloved wonder weapons of all time? I mean, it's not a bad idea to have the player overpowered in a game where they're facing off against computers. It's more fun that way. Why do you have to nerf stuff like this? The map layout, everything's tight corridors. Yes, that's how it was in Mob of the Dead too. But it seems like they didn't have anywhere to train. Sure, you have the cafeteria still, but they took away the bridge. Why? And then they added a moving pack-a-punch. How aggravating is it that you had to go to one location to find out, oh, pack-a-punch is not here. I have to run all the way across the map to see if it's there. Oh, it's not there. Now I gotta go all the way across the map again. It's so stupid. Obviously adds a lot of story. Easter eggs are a pain in the ass, but the story it adds is probably some of the best story ever added into a zombies map. Yeah, is why. But overall, it's just not a fun experience to play. That's why it's a number 27. Number 26, Dead of the Night. Why was this map not tried on? I mean, seriously, like Treyarch didn't even advertise this map when DLC came out. I mean, they didn't even announce the DLC on Black Ops 4 for DLC 1. Yeah, I just remember waking up one morning and seeing on my PlayStation, oh, you have a new download. I go check it out, and it's DLC 1 for Black Ops 4. Everyone was waiting for the next trailer to see, oh, can they actually do something with this map? But no, like they didn't try at all. Basically, it's almost like they wanted to try to hide this, and I don't blame them. All the stupid boss zombies ruined this map. You have Nosferatus, red Nosferatus, werewolves, alternate zombies that were like electric and like fire and water. The water zombies are probably the most annoying things in the world because they actively avoid you and like buff up the other zombies. Like it's not fun if I'm chasing around one zombie when like 20 other zombies are chasing after me. It's not fun that game. Anyway, some redeeming factors about it. I mean, I guess the Islester's Folly is pretty good. The map layout's not bad at all for Black Ops 4. But, like, even the Easter egg, like, you're looking at scratch marks on the walls and trying to, like, associate it with, like, zodiac signs. And then, like, you're turning into a ghost and you're escorting a ghost as a ghost. Oh my god, thinking about this Easter egg is just hurting my brain. Oh, and then you have to hit certain fireplaces with like a certain pattern by activating a trap and then shooting your wonder weapon in. Oh my god! You think I'm sounding like a madman? That's what it's like playing this map. Trust me, don't touch this map. That is why it sits down at 26. It's just not fun. Why didn't they try with this map? Number 25, Alpha Omega. This is probably the most average map I've ever seen in my entire life. It was almost like Treyarch started giving up, and it's like, we'll just give him this map. I mean, the map that followed before this was Ancient Evil, and it's a pretty good map, and then they followed up with this. Playing on Nuketown, remaster. Wonder Weapon, Ray Gun Mark II, remaster. Oh, wait, no, but there's elemental ammos for the Ray Gun Mark II. Wow. It seems like whenever they think of innovation when it comes to zombies maps in Black Ops 4, they think of take a wonder weapon, change it up a little bit, that's your innovation. Sure, they added the fact that you can go into the bunker, but like we already saw that in Blackout. It's not that fun. It really wasn't. And the fact that if you're in the bunker, you can experience the Nova crawlers, but if you're above the bunker, you experience the lightning Nova crawlers, which are actually worse. Like, it's not fun to have two separate locations on the map which give you different boss zombies based on where you are. I mean, I guess it's average. I mean, Easter egg isn't trying to like, split my brain apart because they actually tell you what to do. But overall, it's not fun to play again. Nuketown is just not a good map to play zombies on. I'm sorry. That's why it's just down at number 25. It's not a fun map. I mean, like, everything just seems like it's been done lazily. Number 24, Doctor and Totten. Please don't kill me for this. It's not that good of a map. It was supposed to be not that good of a map because it was nowhere to go but up. I mean, what do you have? You have four rooms and you have a box. Good luck. That's all it basically says. I mean, what is there to redeem about this map besides the whole, survive for as long as you can? I mean, the whole purpose of this map, like I said, was to start from the bottom and work your way up. And that's perfect representation of Doctor and Toten. I mean, you even look at something like the Smith Plays retrospective, and he measures out maps based on how many Nocturne Totens there are. That's how small this map is. That's how little there is to this map. Is that it's so small you use it as a measuring stick for all the other maps and how big they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can have a lot of fun on this map, but just it's bare bones. There's not much to have. That's why it sits down at number 24. Number 23 is actually Verruckt too. I mean, Verruckt is just a little step up. Obviously, you add perks, you add a moving box, but that's basically it. You don't have much else in that genre at all. A lot of people decide, and even if you're playing World at War, Quick Revive doesn't revive you like in World at War. If you didn't know that, so picking up Quick Revive on solo is useless. So it's if you're playing the World at War, it's not that fun. Obviously, you have a little bit more time to play on Black Ops One. They add the Wonder Weapon in the Winter Sow, which is not good. Black Ops 3, completely different story. Everything's overpowered with gobblegums and all that. I'm not going to be talking about the Black Ops 3 versions, but Verruckt is just a little step up. That's what number 23. I mean, what else do you want me to say about these? I'm not going to give it the nostalgia value that they deserve. Number 22. Dogder and Toten, the last map on Black Ops 4. Do you notice a pattern with Black Ops 4? They're usually all at the bottom. This map is okay. It's really okay. I mean, but it just felt like they were doing the whole, we're getting lazy, just remastering on the map whatsoever. I mean, they took one of the maps the only map that really didn't get touched at all, Call of the Dead from Black Ops 1, and they remastered it, added new areas. Notice the pattern? That was the same thing they did with Alpha Omega. That was the same thing they did with Blood of the Dead. That was the same thing they did with Classified. It's just not. It's not something that goes, oh, that's a great idea. Everybody wants this. It's more like, really, you're doing it again? Sure, if you do it one time, yeah, it's a great idea. But like you did it on all four maps that the premise characters are on. It's not fun at that point. I mean, I find it aggravating that they end the game like that. But if you're looking on gameplay based on self, it's not that bad. Pablo's pretty funny. I mean, he's basically like the announcer of the map where you can do challenges for him and he gives you rewards based off of it. You do all the challenges on the map, you actually get a free thunder gun, which is pretty cool. The thunder gun, it's not a fun wonder weapon at all. It's kind of dumb. It does explosive damage to you, which should not be a part of a wonder weapon at all. You should not be able to do damage to yourself. It's stupid. And overall, I mean, it's okay. Layout is okay. I mean, Golden Pack-a-Punch is. I can't believe it was only featured on this map. I completely forgot about this. Golden Pack-a-Punch means you could pack-a-punch your guns once for 5,000 points, and it's upgraded all the way. Why didn't they add this as a feature as all the like 6 other maps that are on Black Ops 4? It's so dumb that they only added this on this one map. It's why it's considered one of the actual better maps of Black Ops 4. But still, it's pretty average. But obviously, it's not the best on Black Ops 4. We'll get to those later on. That's why it sits down at number 22. Number 21, Shino Numa. Shino Numa, I think, is another step up from Verruckt, and I think it's a very fun map to play. I mean, introduce the Wonder Waff, which is a very good Wonder weapon. Very easy to get the high rounds. The layout's very good. I mean, I really enjoy picking up this map sometimes and just playing on it, see how high rounds I can get. Obviously, you still don't have Pack-a-Punch at this point, but like it has enough to give you where you can survive long rounds. I mean, like I said, Wonderwaf is probably a fan favorite. This was like when this first came out, people were calling this the Wonder Waffle. They're having so much fun with it. They thought it was literally the best thing to ever touch zombies at this point. So anyway, I mean, it's still bare bones. You still don't have Pack-a-Punch. You still don't have a lot to do on this map besides survive. That's why it sits down where it is at number 21. It's just not a lot to do, but it's still very fun. You can have a lot of fun with this map. Number 20, Five. Five is really damaged by the fact that it's just too challenging. I mean, you don't have a fun wonder weapon. You had the Winter's Howl. You don't have a lot of space to maneuver. I guess the best place to maneuver around is like the second floor, like in the little like circular room. But even then, you don't have a lot to do. Um, the Pentagon Thief is actually a pretty good feature. If you kill him before he touches you, then you get a bonfire sale. I mean, bonfire sales you haven't really seen in the longest time besides in Black Ops 4, where you pick it up and Pack a Punch is only 1,000 points. It's an incredible power up that I can't believe has never touched another zombies map besides this one. But anyway, it's just too difficult. Like again, with a lot of maps like pre, like Ascension, like there's not a lot to do. That's why it sits down at number 20. Number 19, Classified. A little step up over its remaster. This is the only remaster I think that did the original map justice and actually improved upon it. Oh my god, though, did they really like butcher this? Like they had such a promising feature that they just butchered with the Black Ops 4 engine. I mean, yeah, the Winter's Howl is actually more useful in this case. You have more room to train. You can actually go to Area 51 on uh, over like where the moon used to be. But other than that, it's just not fun. There's not much to explore. I mean, the Easter egg is literally getting to around 150, and by that point, after like 30 rounds, I'm just like, why am I even playing this map anymore? It's not a lot to do. Plus, they really butchered the Ultimus crew, which is like the old versions of the crew that we grew up with. They just made them kind of annoying, besides Rick Toffen. So that's why it sits all the way down at number 19. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of fun to have, but they kind of butchered it. Number 18, Revelations. Revelations was supposed to be the best map to ever touch the face of zombies ever. And they just butchered it because this was really the beginning of Treyarch becoming lazy. I mean, they had two original locations when it came to this map. They had the spawn room and they had the Apothecon. Every other location that you touch was based off another map, which was very easy when it came to making renders of everything. But I mean, it just felt unoriginal. It's nice to jump around from island to island, really exploring what really became of zombies, but it's just not fun. Uh, the Easter egg is a pain in the ass. I mean, they took what people said about the other maps, saying they were too easy, and they said, let's just add a bunch of dumb steps in order to, really make it harder. So it's just like you're shooting random rocks in the air. You're finding these random locations where you hear a certain noise, and you have to pick up like these symbols, and like you have to shoot certain symbols around the map. It's so dumb. It's very dumb. It's like they didn't even like listen to the community on wanting a good like experience on discovering the Easter egg and wanted to last longer, and they just said, "Oh, let's just make it dumber. Let's just make it so that the steps are so dumb that they make no sense, and that way people are like, we don't know what to do, and it's gonna expand the search for it." It's so dumb. I just feel like this map was underwhelming. I mean, every single asset about this felt like it was reused. So that's why it sits down at number 18. Number 17, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. It's Kino. Oh my god. Stop loving Kino like it's the best map of all time. It is very good. Don't get me wrong. But it's just so bare bones. People like Treyarch even came out and said this map was supposed to be on World at War. That's how bare bones this map really was. I mean, you had the Thunder Gun, which was introduced, the best wonder weapon at the time. I mean, like it was a literally a horde clearer. It was incredible. Uh, the pack a punch location was awesome. Being able to like actually pack a punch in peace, and like throwing like I remember throwing down grenades all the time at the zombies that would like horde up, and it was like very fun. But like other than that, there's not a lot to do on this map. When they first came out, you had the original four perks, and that was it. I like what they did with the new DLCs, where as DLC was added in, they would throw in the perks that were added into the DLCs onto the map. So you actually had Mule Kick thrown in as well, which I really liked. But it like still it's bare bones. You're not really doing much with this map anyway. That's why it sits down number 17. Please don't kill me over this. Number 16, Ascension, the first DLC of Black Ops 1. It was once again another step up. Treyarch in the beginning of its zombies like creation thought that taking a step up every single time is a good step. And it's a very good step, don't get me wrong. But Ascension was like it's really hindered by the fact that the dog round was replaced by monkeys. I think monkeys are the most annoying thing on the face of the earth. If you're playing solo and you have four perks, you're screwed. You have to defend. You're really defending quick revive, and then you're going to lose jug because the monkeys are attacking it, and then you're going to lose speed cola and double tap, and you're just going to be left with just defending quick revive for the love of you because you don't want to lose your revive. If the monkeys were less annoying, and I don't know, you were actually able to that they didn't take your perks. If they replaced them with dogs, this map would easily be in my top 10. But the monkeys just ruined it too much for me. Also, PhD Flopper, one of the best additions ever in the map. Stamina Up, very good addition as well. It actually, both these perks actually made training a lot more fun. But the monkeys really ruined this map. That's why it's just on 16. Number 15, we're up to the top 15. Buried. Buried is not a bad map at all. It's actually too easy. I mean, there's a lot of exploits in Buried where you could just put down your controller and not do anything. I mean, the hacksaw you could just place that in, camp by jug, and just sit there and not do anything. You had the witches, which are a good feature in the map. They actually add a little eeriness to the whole old town, like haunted vibe. Going through the entire house without getting touched by any of the witches and killing the last one as a chase after you. That gives you a free perk. Very good feature. Uh, the paralyzer is an okay wonder weapon. It's not as powerful to get you to around 100 effortless, but I mean it's pretty fun. You can fly all around the map. That's really what it is. It's supposed to be a fun map that you can enjoy with other people. Easter egg, like there was one step that people really hated, but that's just because they weren't good at the game. Other than that, it's a pretty fun map. There's nothing really much to say. That's why it sits down at number 15. Number 14, Shangri-La. This map I want to love so much. There's so much effort put into this map. It's such a beautiful map, but it's just too hard. There's nowhere to train. There's nothing to do. Like it's got to the point where like it's so hard that for ZWC this year, which is Zombies World Championship, all you have to do on Shangri-La is get a high round on it in order to qualify. You get the highest round of everyone else, then you qualify. Every other map, it's like, oh, you're not allowed to use any of this stuff. For as in ZWC, it's like no jug, but even then you have Widow's Wine, which is basically like an off-brand jug with other features. I mean, that's why it sits down at number 14. It's just too hard. I mean, you have the Shriekers and you have the Napalms, which are pretty good bosses, but I'd rather take one or the other. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the baby gun. The baby gun is the most beautiful wonder weapon in the world. It shrinks all the zombies and you could literally run over them. It's actually the only gun that does 0 damage, believe it or not. But it's just so useful. You could just insta kill any zombie that comes your way with it by just running over them. In fact, but it's still very hard. That's why it sits down at number 14. Number 13, Ancient Evil. One of the only good maps that ever touched Black Ops 4. This map, it had such a beautiful atmosphere. The whole two sides of the map as well is very good. You had the bright side of the map where it's just very beautiful, very vibrant. Everything seems alive. The two wonder weapons on that side of the map were actually like representing of how alive that side of the map was. You had the light gauntlet and you had the life gauntlet, which is like kind of like grass and like plants. But on the other side was the dark, hidden side of the map, where you had other features, like you can actually build the Pegasus Strike there. The two wonder weapons on that side of the map were actually the Death Gauntlet and the Wind Gauntlet, which you kind of balance it out. Wind I don't really see as something on the Death side, but the Death it really showed the kind of like the two halves of what the city had to offer, and it's such a beautiful map. Easter eggs kind of a pain in the ass, but going to high rounds was pretty easy with this. Pegasus Strike was a beautiful addition to the map. I think that Pegasus Strike was so fun to use, and this actually worked out well with the Black Ops 4 engine. I can't believe I'm saying this because the Black Ops 4 engine was so bad, but this map actually worked with that engine. But anyway, that's why it sits down at number 13. It's a pretty good map. Don't get me wrong. It's a very good map, but it's just missing a couple extra features in order to rank it into the top 10. Number 12, Firebase Z. I'm not getting the new hype over this. I mean, Firebase Z is a pretty okay map. It's a very easy map, but when it comes to the Easter egg, but when it comes to high rounds, pretty difficult. Don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, you had the Ray K was considered the best wonder weapon of this new game, but I mean, other than that, you have the mimics, which are a pain in the ass. If they remove the mimics, this map will easily be in the top 10. But the mimics are a pain in the ass. Manglers, I could deal with because they're slower and they're pretty powerful. Yeah, they shoot at a distance, but like again, they're slow. The mimics are too fast. They can grapple onto you, and they can pull you into the horde and just insta down you with like that. I think it's so stupid. Those mimics should really go. Easter egg, I feel like it's pretty easy. Any casual player can just pick up a random public match and they can get the Easter egg done with a bunch of people who understand the map. But other than that, not much else to talk about with this map. Ray K is a great addition. Other than that, not nothing else really. Oh, and Tombstone introduced on this, not fun. Don't touch Tombstone. I'm gonna say this again. Cold War, do not touch Tombstone. Anyway, let's get into number 11, Call of the Dead. This map was just shy of falling into the top 10. It's such a great map. You have all these like famous actors actually playable. I mean, when do you ever see someone like Danny Trejo, who is considered one of the biggest badasses of all time when it came to this map releasing, and like be playable on the zombies map? It's just so much fun to play as someone like that. And then like the atmosphere is very eerie. It's very awesome. I like the whole idea of a sunken ship atmosphere. But there's George Romero is also a very good feature in my opinion. I mean, he followed you around. If you bumped into him or shot at him, he would get enraged and it only cooled down if you brought him into water, which is not a bad idea at all. It adds a little urgency to the map. Easter egg, it's kind of bleh. But the only thing that really kills this map from being in the top 10 is the fact that the wonder weapons are no good. I mean, if you're playing co-op, the VR11 Pack-a-Punch is pretty good. You have one player basically become invincible, and it's pretty good in that aspect. But if you're playing solo, you had the Scavenger, which is basically a sniper mixed with a explosive crossbow, and you had the VR11, which basically turns zombies into humans. I mean, yeah, it's like you could kill 15 zombies with it, but that's all you have. And with the scavenger is not effective after round 40. if it had a better wonder weapon, if it like obviously you get the wonder waft too if you kill George Romero, but you only have the shots in the clip. It's basically like the death machine at that point. If you had the wonder waft like permanently on the map and you're able to just use that and train, I think this would easily be top five. But because the wonder weapons are so trash, it's got to be outside the top five, top 10. So anyway, let's get into the top 10 itself. Number 10, Duris. This map is so loved by the community. I don't understand why. It's so basic. It just adds that huge step that World at War needed, but it's still very basic. Sure, it adds pack a punch. Yes, it adds a lot of things. Wonder Off is very good. Obviously the perk system, you have the catwalk. The catwalk is probably one of the best places to camp out with friends. So fun, racking up all those bouncing betties in the corner. Oh my god, it's so fun. But still, you look at the map by itself. If I play solo on Dierise for more than an hour, like I get bored. It's like so easy. Just camp on the catwalk. If you get overrun, you throw a monkey. But there's not much else to the map. Sure, you have the little like Samantha Easter egg where you shoot a switch and go find the like the little teddy bears around the map that you have to shoot. But that doesn't get you anything. I mean, it's a little nice feature, but like it doesn't get you anything. But it's just too bare bones in order to get into the top five. But it's still very fun. It's still very iconic. Anyway, it's at number 10. Number 9, D Machine. This map is so good. It's such a good introduction to what zombies is for Cold War. Like they took the new engine and found out a great way how to introduce it to Cold War. I mean, yeah, you had the armor system right by Pack a Punch. Where you expecting it? You need Pack a Punch? Very easy. It leads you how to get Pack a Punch. It's awesome. Perks, pretty good itself. Most of the perks are powered on right away. The only three perks that aren't powered on right away are the ones you don't necessarily need right away, which are Speed Cola, Deadshot, and Elemental Pop. The three perks that you absolutely need right away are already powered on: Stamina Up, Quick Revive, and Juggernog. The map layout is awesome. Getting the high rounds is so easy on this map. They actually made the ray gun good again in this map. Oh my god, the ray gun was so bad when it came to Black Ops 3 and 4 that people would actually throw it away. They would consider it one of the worst weapons in the box. But now it is considered the best weapon in the game. It is so good. Oh my god, I love playing with the ray gun in this game. I can't believe they actually made it good again. The specialist features work very well on this map. Like I said, camping, very easy. Get to round 100, no problem. They actually give you a reward if you get to round 256, which is the max round that you can get to, and it resets all the way back to 1. It's awesome. But anyway, just like the D Machine also. Oh my god, so much fun to play with the D Machine. I mean, the Die Machine. It's basically the other Wonder Weapon on the map. It's what the jet gun should have been on Transit, but it's just awesome. It has the four elemental weapons, which I kind of didn't like three of them, but the electric one is probably the best, well, like the most fun wonder weapon to use because it racks up damage the more you use it. But other than that, there's still some improvements on the map that could be done. Megatons are pretty hard. Play counts are kind of annoying with the gas that they leave behind. But that's why it stands at number 9 because it's such a good introduction to what Cold War had to offer. Number 8, Zetsubou no Shima. You're going to see a theme when it comes to this top 10 is that 90% of them are going to be Black Ops 3. And that's just because Black Ops 3 was really the best of the best. But and I think that Zetsubou is a very good map. I think it's my favorite map. But if I really had to rank it based on a casual player hopping in and based on what the rest of the community has to think, I have to rank it 8. I mean, don't get me wrong. Thrashes are a pain in the ass. Getting Pack-a-Punch is a pain in the ass. But once you get set up, it's so easy to get the high rounds. It's so much fun to play with friends. Uh, Mastering the wiring system is awesome. I mean, if you go down and bleed out, you can spawn in right away with the cloning plant that you can get in this game. It is incredible. The eeriness of the map works perfectly. The spider boss fight is probably one of the best boss fights ever introduced into a game, and you get free Widow's Wine. If you tell me that I could get the free version of the best perk that is in zombies, I'm loving the map right away. I mean, it is incredible. And the KT4 is the most underrated wonder weapon of all time. I see so many people dog on this wonder weapon because of how useless it is, but it is actually like almost infinite damage. Like I could take this to around 100 no problem by using the elevator camping trap after doing the Easter egg. And like the only other problem I have with this is the cog step and the Easter egg. I mean, it's pretty annoying to go through all that, but I still have to put this in my top 10. I love this map so much. It works out perfectly. Oh my god. And I think it's a great version, a great way to tell Takiya's story. Anyway, that's why it sits at number 8. I wish I could put this number 1, but I know people would actually murder me if I put this number 1. Number 7, Moon. Why do people hate this map? This map is so much fun to play. Oh my god. It is incredible, really. I mean, obviously Area 51 is probably the most unique spawn of all time where you actually it's not really a spawn because it's not the starting room. Like the spawn and the starting room are different things. They actually made that work too by having pack a punch down there, and it's like teasing you like, oh, you can get pack a punch right away, but you gotta survive this onslaught. You have to come back here at a certain time, and like the like obviously it's when I was a kid, I just didn't find a lot of fun because I'd never you could step on the teleporter, but playing back on Black Ops 1 and on Black Ops 3, oh my god, it's a blessing. The Easter egg was the first like full Easter egg which gave you everybody a perkaholic. It is the most fun Easter egg. You get to blow up the Earth. You like it's insane how you get to blow up like the main part that you've been playing on this entire time. You get to blow that up. And it's just so much fun to play around on the map. There are a couple things that really take it away though. The excavators are really annoying. You have to go back and fix them up. The zombie astronaut thing that follows you around, that's very annoying if it grabs onto you. I mean, it could just rip away a perk, and if you lose Jug, you're screwed. The fact that you cannot throw grenades anywhere but outside is stupid. But the Easter egg is so much fun. There's just so much replayability. The wonder weapon on this map, the wave gun, oh my god, it's so much fun to use. Zombies basically inflate like they're in a freaking microwave and just ding, 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 ding. Like they all like ding off and like explode. It's awesome. But there's still a lot of things that to improve. That's why it's number 7. Number 6, Origins. Do not hate me on this one either. Origins is overhyped. Oh my god. I think this map is amazing. It introduced the elemental staffs, like the first elemental weapons. It introduced like a lot of things to when it comes to this. It brought in like the map exclusive guns that it has on it too. Like the MG42 is probably the best like exclusive map gun I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh my god, this gun is so much fun. It's like an overpowered LMG. The starting weapon, yeah, they didn't go with the M1911, but the Boom Hilda, oh, like the Mauser pack punch into the Boom Hilda, is so much fun. It shreds apart the Panzers. The Panzers are a great addition too. I like it really adds a challenge to the map, and when you hear like the siren go off for the Panzer, it really makes you realize, oh crap, things are getting serious. The stats are not hard to get at all. Like you can probably get most of the parts very easily, but upgrading them is a little bit of a challenge, which adds a lot of replayability to it. You want to upgrade all the stats. You want to be able to play with all the stats fully upgraded. It also adds a challenge barrier too. Like you had the casuals who don't really know much about the stats. You had the little bit like the people who played a lot who understand to get the stats but probably struggle to get the upgraded stats. And then you have the hardcore players who are easily getting the upgraded stats, no problem, and actually doing the Easter egg. The Easter egg is very fun. I love the fact that they reused the best mission from Black Ops 1 campaign and basically remade that into a zombies Easter egg, like Vorkuta. They took the steps to escape Vorkuta and made that into the steps to get to Agartha in Origins. It has a lot of story, and at the time, it wasn't. It was redeemed as the best zombies map, but I think people have to realize there's other better zombies maps. Finally, top five. Wow, this video has been going on for a while. Number five, Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is probably the best map ever before Black Ops 3. Oh my god, this map is just so much like fun. It's so beautiful when it comes to the aesthetic of the map. You're playing basically as Alcatraz inmates trying to escape death row, and I think it's incredible. I really do. I think the whole cycle thing is incredible. I love the fact that you have two basically different Easter egg endings, which really hasn't been explored ever since that map. But it's just I love the characters in the map. Brutus is a great challenge to the map. I love the new perk introduced, Electric Cherry. But like, there's just a couple things missing. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the Blunder Guy. The Blunder Guy is so much fun to use in Finchalik Withering. Oh my god, man! This thing is like a mini monkey bomb. If you're ever in a corner, you just keep spraying this and Electric Cherry with plus this is incredible. And the way to get that pack a punch too, flying on the little plane that was supposed to be your escape, and end up crashing on the Golden Gate Bridge, is so much fun, dude. The Hell's Retriever and Hell's Redeemer, very easy to get both of those. But other than that, it deserves to be in the top five. But it's just not my favorite personally. That's why it stays at number five. Number four, Garage Crovey. Oh my god, this map is so beautiful. It is a perfect representation on Nikolai's story in Black Ops 3. It is really incredible what this map has done. Like, it brings back the PPSH, which is a fan favorite gun when it came to World at War Zombies. Um, it brings in the ray gun Mark III, which is an incredible like revision on what the ray guns like are, where it's like dual wield ray guns and combining them like it makes like a mini black hole. The shield and the upgrade is incredible. Fact that you fly on dragons in this map and utilize dragons to like attack certain areas of this map is incredible. I mean, if you took like Nocturne and Totten, like someone playing Nocturne Totem when World of War first came out, and told them, "Oh yeah, this game mode is gonna evolve to the point where you're riding on dragons in order to get the pack a punch," and their brains are gonna explode. Like it's such a beautiful map. The dragons really add a good challenge when it comes to lighting areas on fire whenever you're in that area. The Manglers, very good addition too. I like how they're kind of like a Brutus, but like a little bit more challenging. But they kind of need to be more challenging because you're on Black Ops 3. Obviously, Black Ops 3 makes everything infinite better. And the fact that they introduced shopping free with this DLC too really adds to the fact like, oh crap, I can get everything by round one. It's incredible. And I just think it's amazing. Also, the fact that Mr. T Lexify took so long to get to round 100 on this map is just hilarious. That's why it sits down at number four. It sits up at number four. I mean, it's an incredible map, but I think the next three maps just take it over. Number three. People are going to be so shocked for me putting this here, but it's actually 9 from Black Ops 4. 9 is such an incredible map. It's the only map that actually works with the engine that Black Ops 4 has to offer. Like Ancient Evil kind of worked, but like 9 was made in mind when it came to the engine of Black Ops 4. I mean, each area of the map is actually its unique perk. Like you have your four perks that you choose in the beginning, and each of those perks is its unique area. It's amazing. The Wonder Weapon is very good. The little Scorpion, Circuit's Kiss, is very good to use. I mean, like you can train up. You can actually like hoard together zombies, and when you shoot it in, it's basically like a Wonder Waff in Black Ops 4. It's very fun to use. The Pack-a-Punch, how to get Pack-a-Punch is actually very fun as well. You call in 4 challengers in each of the perk locations, which is incredible. I like the fact that it makes you explore basically all of the map before you get the Pack-a-Punch, and that's actually a lot of fun too. But other than that, the only reason it sits below the other two maps, I think, are the Blight Fathers. I think the Blight Fathers are just too dumb. I really hate the Blight Fathers in general. The fact that they're basically shoehorned onto all of the Chaos maps is just stupid. So it's just that short of being number one. But it is an incredible map. I can't believe Black Ops 4 put out one incredible map. But that's why it sits down at number three. Number two is Shadows of Evil. Holy crap, people hated on this map when it first came out because it's just too challenging. But if you take the time to actually learn this map, it is easily the most incredible map you've ever played in your entire life. Sure, it's not as as fun or replayable to play as something like, you know, Dierise or Gora Krovi, but it's just so much fun. Just pick up and play. If you get a good group to play with, you can get the Easter egg done very quickly. I think the atmosphere is probably the most beautiful atmosphere I've ever seen in my entire life. You're basically in like a New Orleans in the 1930s, which is incredible. The characters, even though they're a little bit, flawed in my opinion, I think they are very like fitting for this map as well. The Shadow Man always talking over to you, like telling you guys are like, cursed. You guys are like there's a reason why you guys are here, why you guys are being punished. I think is an incredible feature. It really sets off the story arc for Black Ops 3 in general. I think it's just so much fun, and it introduces the most overpowered and probably the best weapon to ever be introduced into a game, and that is the Apothecon Servant. Oh my God, this gun is a literally oh fuck save me weapon. You shoot this down onto the floor and it forms a black hole which sucks in everything in its area. And it is truly incredible how overpowered this weapon is. And there was actually even a glitch to get this Pack-a-Punch too. And it was so good and so highly regarded that like it was brought into Revelations. Like that's how awesome it was. But it just falls shy of number one, and that's why it's at number two. And as a lot of people were suspected, number one is the Rising Jack. Oh my god, this map is actually perfect. There's nothing I could change about this map to make it better. I mean, you had the Panzers coming back. The Panzers also are tweaked a little bit. So you don't have the grapple hook anymore. You have the shock boost, which are actually, I think a better improvement on the Panzers. Because if you get grappled while you don't have ammo, then you're screwed. Like you're instantly dead at that point. But with the shock boost, it actually gives you a chance to escape the Panzers and actually get set up in order to kill them. The bows are very easy to get, and they're so overpowered, especially the lightning bow. Oh my god, I love using these. They're so much fun to use. They're so overpowered. It's so much fun to get these and upgrade them. The Easter egg is actually very simple, and you can get it done solo, no problem whatsoever. I think the whole story of Tank Dempsey, like accepting the fact that he has to follow along with Richtofen, I think is also beautiful. I think the boss fight is incredible. Probably one of the best boss fights ever, besides the Mama Spider one in Zetsubou. Oh my god, this map is so good. The Ragnaroks are very easy to get to. It's just incredible. And I think the best feature of all, and it's rarely talked about, is the low gravity room when you activate it. Oh my god, this is so fun. You basically get to run around this area, low gravity, run on the walls and all that. It's so much fun to use. Oh my god, I love playing on this map so much. The little tram, like you bring up a bunch of power ups whenever you have a tram fuse. It's incredible. The rocket launch area has a huge challenge too because yeah, you kind of need that area for certain aspects of the game, but like at the same time, it's as a challenge too. You can't just. It's a great hoarding area, but it also has the rocket go off in certain times, so you can't just rely on being down there. And like this map is actually perfect. I cannot change one aspect of this map to make it better in order to you know, as I said, make it better. But anyway, that's my ranking list. If you have any comments to my ranking list whatsoever, please leave in the comment section below. Obviously, my list is gonna aggravate a lot of people, but I'm just doing this because I want to like establish what I consider to be a good zombies map. But please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.